I with members only. I pulled up that face with I ain't sitting at home.
It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And of course,
well, incredible finesse. DeAndre Ayton gets loose and does some work. DeAndre Ayton, the first pick of the 2018 draft. He was obviously the consensus #1 at the time. So hard to pass on a center like him who's got size, athleticism, and an elite vertical threat at the cup.
And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Isaac touched it last. Orlando on D. To the middle. Here's Ayton. That shot missing. Good D by Drummond. Pass to Suggs. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
And that was a loaded 2018 draft class. Not just Ayton, but Doncic and Trae Young as well.
Yeah, there were some question marks early in his career about whether that was the right selection. But, boy, Ayton has been a tremendous fit for them. This guy's upside is still so high.
Doubled by Bridges. Isaac outside. Here's Carter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first.
And he's a crafty, kind of an old-school big. Carter Jr. knows how to keep defenders off balance.
Wendell Carter Jr.
And Wendell Carter Jr., not the biggest center, Greg, listed at 6'10". In fact, most reports would have him pegged at 6'9".
And Carter Jr. plays like a 7-footer. Got that 7'4" wingspan and great head on his shoulders that levels the playing field with his height.
Paul George's ability to put the ball on the floor and drive it balances out his shooting. So important to have both.
Driving the lane. Inside. Drummond.
Andre Drummond.
And Drummond throws it down.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
And so just over a minute and a half played. From deep. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the Magic. Outside Crowder. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Here's George. An easy 2 points on the layup. George has got his second bucket of the night.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Checking
first quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in.
Number 41.
Pass to Ayton. Nifty move. And it's sent back by Isaac.
Well, that's 6'11", sending it back. Jonathan Isaac. Woohoo!
To the paint. And that one's good. Drummond. Drummond's got 6 points.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And it's sent back by Drummond.
Well, you can't teach size, just the old expression. Andre Drummond making his presence felt defensively.
And Orlando has possession. He takes it in, and that one good.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
The Suns trail. Outside, George. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. That one, no good. Isaac with some nice D. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Had a chance to catch up with the Magic head coach. The feeling is that the game has slowed down some for DeAndre Ayton, which means he's making quicker and better decisions. Coach said last year you could cross him up at times, and that helped contain his production. But this year's a different story. Ayton's taken those big strides mentally that all great players seem to do. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. They get a hand on it. Paul with the steal. George with no one around. Good, and Paul gets the assist. 7 points in the game.
Well, not only prolific from three, but efficient from three. Paul George, nicely done. Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
A signature slam from the big fella. We've seen a few of those before.
Pass to Drummond. Suggs in the corner. Doubled by Bridges. Isaac left side. And taken away by Paul.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
George looking around. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Phoenix.
That's his second
And it's been
personal
about
foul.
their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Yeah, and I think the other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've gotten off turnovers.
Here's Anthony, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Anthony.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
George double teamed. Down low. Here's Johnson. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play.
Defensive foul.
That one on Hampton. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And that one falls for Johnson. Orlando trails by 7. And Cam Johnson, a surprise pick for us when he was taken 11 back in 2019. Many wondered, I recall, what the Suns saw. Now, that's not the case.
Well, that's exactly right, because most projections had him as a late first-round pick. The Suns front office, give them credit. They saw the upside of Cameron Johnson. And boy, he is now viewed as one of the steals of that draft.
McGee got a piece of it. Here he goes. Pass to Bull. Johnson over to help. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And like his father, Manu, Bull's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Suns leading by 3. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Johnson's got 5.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Bull can't hit. Phoenix with the ball. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Driving to the basket. Got a hand on it.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Oh, the big fella throwing it down hard.
Just beyond the clock. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
Substitution for the away team, Franz Wagner. Joe Harris.
Here's Foster. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Phoenix Suns. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We come back.
All right, look who's coming out of the court. Come on
and hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Baseline Jay on the way. Second shot opportunity. That shot no good. And it's the Magic taking it the other way.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And he gets it to go. And you look, Doris, at the trouble so many teams have defensively. It's becoming harder and harder to get stops in this league.
And Kevin, there is no doubt that we must redefine what is considered quality defense. Guys are such range shooters now, so highly skilled from the moment they step across half court. It is almost impossible to cover every part of the floor, especially against a team that really moves it. The only thing you can do is give incredible effort and stay tied together on a string.
And it's Paul with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has taken some heat in recent years. He says people get so caught up in what other folks think. I'm Paul George. I don't care to be anybody else. I am who I am, and you love it or you don't. Simple as that.
That's his first person.
Guys, with his play on the floor, he has answered all of his critics.
Checking in for the away.
He's certainly playing at an elite level. EA, thank you. Pass to Crowder. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
But Paul George has been cooking all night. The defense has nothing for him right now.
And there's the drive. Suggs in the corner. Here's Drummond. Some solid defense from Ayton.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
George, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Isaac outside. Stolen by George. And here's the break. And Ayton throws it down.
Terrific activity from Paul George. Sticks his long arms in and mucks up the passing lanes.
Stolen by George. Bridges, no one around him. A shot's good on the assist by George. Bridges got the lead up to 10 now for the Suns. Shot to stop the run. It's deflected.
Such a strong defensive player. Bridges understands I've got size and quickness. The rejection, yes, sir.
From 11 feet away. Tries to save it. And so Orlando again turning it over. Three minutes of action so far in the second quarter. In the corner, George with it. Good on the three-point shot. George has got 15.
Well, no hesitation. The full arsenal on display here. The catch and shoot, rise and fire. Yes, Paul George.
Phoenix.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Orlando's shooting their fifth and sixth free throws of the game.
Shooting for the away team.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And with Chris Paul, he makes this team work. Gets the most out of his teammates and has done that wherever he's played.
Foster. That's good.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That's foul number 2 for him.
This game is going to get even more out of hand unless they start valuing the basketball.
R.J. Hampton. Cole Anthony.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. The shake. Indeed, George drops it in. George has got 7 now in this quarter. As you said, Paul's team's often overachieved in the standing.
People still underestimate his impact. Sets up and improves his guys as well as anyone, and he's the engine to this whole operation.
5 to shoot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Softball. Substitution for your Suns.
Now Foster. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Puts the move on. There's the drive. Here's McGee. Orlando grabs the miss. From the low block. Uses the glass that time, and it's good.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And it's Foster missing. Orlando trails by 13. Pass to Carter. Now Hampton. They get it back. And then Carter with the jam.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Outside Holiday. Rebounded by Hampton. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
And it's Aaron Holiday with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
In for the away team, Paul Ball.
Orlando with the ball. 11-point game. Out to Anthony. Clock at 6. Over Foster. Off the mark and a chance to trim it to single digits. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Foster's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Pass to Holiday. It's hauled in by Claxton. And it's Anthony with the ball for Orlando. They trail by 11. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Here's Foster. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And up the court come the Suns on the break. Buries the long-range jumper. Holiday's got his first 3 points of the game.
Not everyone has the green light to take that free in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
And so it's Phoenix with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We'll return shortly. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And Orlando has possession. Isaac outside. No good on the triple. Suns leading by 14. George with the ball. Now Bol defending. Here's Ayton. Back to George. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And Doris, we know that Paul George has always been a solid passer, but his assist numbers have been trending up.
Yeah, he's been willing of late to take on more playmaking responsibilities. The skill set was there. It's just early in his career, they needed him to be the lead scorer. Now you're talking about a guy you've got to game plan against as a scorer and as a passer.
Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Away team. All right, we'll be coming out of the court. Come on and get loud for your Suns dancers.
Orlando trails by 16.
Out of bounds.
And it goes out of bounds.
Away team ball.
Last touch by Paul.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. 6 points for him.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Over in the corner, Isaac. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action.
Number 8.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Field goal.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Here's Paul. Lays it up off the glass. Paul's got his first 2 points of the night.
Chris Paul not only has a great handle, but, man, his footwork is so good.
It's tipped. Paul George with the steal. With the drive. And it's sent back by Isaac. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
The away team, Franz Wagner.
Left side, George. Pass to Bridges. Paul, right side. Outside, Crowder. And last season, All-Stars Greg missing 19% of their available games. With the shortened off seasons, are you concerned about the toll it takes?
You are, but this offseason maybe not as painfully short as the last one. And in these tough times, some sacrifices are made, no doubt. Health, perhaps, one of the biggest.
Orlando trails by 15. Puts it up from 7. Can't hit from in close.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
The shot's good from Paul.
There's an elusivity to Chris Paul's play. He's got the knack to get into the teeth of the defense and make something happen.
And that one is stuffed right through.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Here's Ayton. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
And that one's good. Suggs.
Assist goes to.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Here's Paul. And it's sent back by Carter.
How about the the anticipation from Carter Jr. Has a strong sense for when to go after that block shot.
Three-pointer. Can't hit that one. And Phoenix will come the other way. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs.
That's his third
foul of the game.
Second team foul. Suns timeout. All right, look who's coming out of the court. Come on and get loud for your Suns dancers. Substitution for the away team.
Here's Foster. He's got 6. Bounce pass, Holiday. Pass to Foster. Drives to the hoop. Now here is McGee. It's good. And the Suns lead by 17.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's Foster. And it's sent back by Isaac. Magic moving the ball around. Holiday with the block. Takes it inside.
You got to be kidding.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Here's Hampton. Phoenix grabs the miss. Here's Foster. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first personal foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Phoenix.
And guys, something every team strives for is getting points off of turnovers, and they've done that here in both halves.
Yeah, and I think something they've also worked hard at tonight is crashing the boards. The second chance points have been coming in bunches.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to float.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Outside Holiday. And he drives in. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
Yeah, the defender all...
For Phoenix, they've hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
He's off on the second. Orlando trails by 17. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
We all know Joe Harris is a dead-eye shooter from distance who helps space the floor. What a look.
Pass to McGee. Taken away. Right wing.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
That's his first personal foul. 4th team foul.
Phoenix leading by 14. Now Foster. Driving in. Banked in off the glass. Foster's got 4 points this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
That's his second
first trip to the line for him here.
5th team foul. At the line for
first free throw is good.
2 shots.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
And the basket by Harris.
3-point field goal.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Pass to McGee. Johnson, wide open. He fires. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Phoenix ahead. They lead by 14. And after a quick break...
Come on, fans.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And it's Paul with the ball for the Suns. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead to the inside. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Anthony down low. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Chris Paul picks up that one. Now, one of us here knows Cole Anthony quite well. The guy to my side here, Greg, is Dan. Care to share with us a story about your son playing hoops growing up?
Well, I tell you one thing. He's always had that belief, that inner belief in himself and his abilities. And that's something that started early on in his life. And honestly, that's when I knew he had a chance to be a really good player.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Pass to Bull. Orlando moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. It's Anthony with the drive. Bull, that's good.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Driving inside. That's tipped. And Chris Paul picks up the foul.
Chris Paul.
And that'll be his third foul so far.
Third personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution for the away team.
We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And that's a foul. It's called on Cole Anthony. That's foul number 2 for him.
His second personal foul.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Suns lead by 10. To the paint. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
There's a level of floor awareness that has always been innate to Chris Paul. What a pretty find.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Goes back up. And it's good on the way in.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
George double teamed. 5 on the clock. Pass to Paul. It's deflected. Going inside. Bridges with the steal. Now here's Bull. A crossover. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. To the middle. Here's Ayton. In the corner, it's Bridges. No good on the 3. Orlando trails by 10. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
His 4th personal foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Foul.
A steal.
Turnovers weren't a story for him early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum.
They set the pick. It's tipped. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt here.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Outside, George. Into the lane. Off with the layup.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Pass to Bull. To the wing on the left.
Fourth foul of the night. Now he needs to be smart. Can't reach in and pick up something foolish. And you know, guys, in the first half, he was a lot more focused. Maybe he's feeling the heat of the defense a bit more here in the second.
We've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Monty Williams talking with his team. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Orlando trails by 8. And the basket by Harris.
That's an important shot right there, guys. I mean, he's produced from deep all game long.
Yeah, he's done more work outside the arc than inside it, and that's not going to change now. They'll ride his long-range game all the way to the end of this one.
Isaac. Johnson with the defensive effort.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
That's tipped. In the corner, it's Harris. And again, it's the Magic from deep. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Orlando.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've gotten out on the break over and over tonight as well. A lot of baskets coming in transition.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Just 4 to shoot. Isaac with the steal. It's tipped. Ayton with it. He's picked up by Drummond. Right side, George. Ball outside. To take the lead. They grab their own miss. Just 5 on the clock. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Can't hit the corner 3. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Got a piece of it. And that one's good. George.
Well, great scorers understand. If I can get to the offensive window, that's an easy putback. Nicely done, Paul George.
59 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. On the wing, Isaac. It's good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Here's George. Shakes him. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
No one near Isaac as he lets it go. The Magic again can't hit.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's George.
A 3 and nothing but a 3 will do here.
You've got to keep your composure and execute to get a quality look from 3.
Carter for 3. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish as they continue.